Hello, my Gangsta Granny fans. It's time for Chapter 3 of David Walliams' Gangsta Granny. Now remember, pay close attention to the story so that you can answer the questions correctly. But not only that, as you know, you must answer your questions with complete sentences, starting with a capital, ending with a period. Don't start off with because. You know how to answer these, but let's get started because I'm really interested to see what that good old Gangsta Granny is up to. Chapter 3 Plumbing Weekly. I can't find Plumbing Weekly, Raj, said Ben. It was the next Friday, and the boy had been scouring the magazine shelves of the local newsagent's shop. He couldn't find his favorite publication anywhere. The magazine was aimed at professional plumbers, and Ben was beguiled by pages and pages of pipes, taps, cisterns, ballcocks, boilers, tanks, and drains. Plumbing Weekly was the only thing he enjoyed reading, mainly because it was crammed full of pictures and diagrams. Ever since he had been old enough to hold things, Ben had loved plumbing. When other children were playing with ducks in the bath, Ben had asked his parents for bits of pipe and made complicated water channeling systems. If a tap broke in the house, he fixed it. If a toilet was blocked, Ben was disgusted. He was Ben wasn't disgusted, he was ecstatic. Ben's parents didn't approve of him wanting to be a plumber, though. They wanted him to be rich and famous, and to their knowledge, there had never been a rich and famous plumber. Ben was as good with his hands as he was with rubbish at reading, and was absolutely fascinated when a plumber came around to fix a leak. He would watch in awe as a junior doctor might watch a great surgeon at work in the operating theater. But he always felt like a disappointment to his mom and dad. They desperately wanted him to fulfill the ambition they never managed, to become a professional ballroom dancer. Ben's mom and dad had discovered their love of ballroom dancing too late to become champions themselves, and, to be honest, they seemed to prefer sitting on their bums watching it on TV to actually taking part. As such, Ben tried to keep his passion private. To avoid hurting his mom's and dad's feelings, he stashed his copies of Plumbing Weekly under his bed, and he made an arrangement with Raj so that every week the newsagent would keep the plumbing magazine aside for him. Now, though, he couldn't find it anywhere. Ben had searched for the magazine behind Kerrang and Heat, and even looked underneath The Lady, not an actual lady, I mean the magazine called The Lady, all to no avail. Raj's store was madly messy, but people came from miles away to shop there, as he always brought a smile to their faces. Raj was halfway up the stepladder putting up Christmas decorations. Well, I say Christmas decorations. He was actually putting up a banner that read, Happy Birthday, though he had typexed out the word birthday and replaced it with a scratchy burrow of Christmas. Raj carefully stepped down off the ladder to help Ben with his search. Your Plumbing Weekly. Let me think. Have you looked beside the toffee bonbons? Asked Raj. Yes, replied Ben. It is not underneath the coloring books? No. And have you looked behind the penny chews? Yes. Well, this is very mysterious. I know I ordered one in for you, young Ben. Very mysterious. Raj was speaking extremely slowly, in a way that people do when they are thinking. I am sorry, Ben. I know you love it, but I don't have a clue where it is. I do have a special offer on cornettos. It's November, Raj. It's freezing outside, said Ben. Who would want to eat a cornetto now? Everyone, when they hear my special offer, wait until you hear this. Buy 23 cornettos, get one free. Why on earth would I want 24 cornettos? Said Ben with a laugh. Well, I don't know. You could maybe eat 12 and put the other 12 in your pocket to enjoy later. That's a lot of cornettos, Raj. Why are you so keen to get rid of them? They go out of date tomorrow, said Raj as he lumbered over to the freezer cabinet, slid open the glass top, and pulled out a cardboard box of cornettos. A freezing cold mist immediately shrouded the shop. Look, best before 15th of November. Ben studied the box. It says best before 15th of November, 1996. Well, said Raj, even the more reason to put them on special offer. Okay, Ben, this is my final offer. Buy 1 box of cornettos, I will give you 10 boxes absolutely free. Really, Raj? No thanks, said Ben. He peered into the freezer cabinet to see what else might be lurking in there. It had never been defrosted, and Ben wouldn't have been surprised to find a perfectly preserved woolly mammoth from the Ice Age inside. Hang on, he said as he moved a few frost-encrusted ice lollies out of the way. It's in here, Plumbing Weekly. Oh, yes, I remember now, said Raj. I put it in there to keep it fresh for you. Fresh? Said Ben. Well, young man, the magazine comes out on Tuesday, but it's Friday today, so I put it in the freezer to keep it fresh for you. Ben, I didn't want it to go off. Ben wasn't sure how any magazine could ever go off, but he thanked the newsagent anyway. That's very kind of you, Raj, and I'll have a packet of Rolos, please. Can I offer you 73 packets of Rolos for the price of 72? Exclaimed the newsagent with a smile that was meant to entice. No thanks, Raj. 1,000 packets of Rolos for the price of 998? No thanks, said Ben. Are you mad, Ben? That's a wonderful offer. All right. If you'd have a hard bargain, Ben. 1,000,007 packets of Rolos for the price of 1,000,004. That's 3 packets of Rolos absolutely free. I'll just take 1 packet in the magazine, thank you. Of course, young sir. Can't wait to get stuck into Plumbing Weekly later. I have to go and spend the whole night at my boring old granny's again. It had been a week since Ben's last visit, and the dreaded Friday had rolled around once more. His parents were going to see a chick flick, according to his mum. Romance and kissing and all that goo, yuckety yuck yuck. Tut tut tut, said Rod, shaking his head as he counted out Ben's change. Ben instantly felt ashamed. He had never seen the newsagent do this before. Like all the other local kids, Ben regarded Raj as one of us, not one of them. He was so full of life and laughter. Raj seemed a world away from parents and teachers and all grown-ups who felt they could tell you off because they were bigger than you. Just because your granny is old, young Ben, said Raj, doesn't mean that she is boring. I am getting a bit on a bit myself, and whenever I have met your granny, I have found her to be a very interesting lady. But don't be too hard on her, Ben, pleaded Raj. We all will be old one day, even you, and I'm sure your granny will have a secret or two. Old people always do. And old people always do want you to answer your questions with complete sentences. So, do your best work. We'll see you back tomorrow for Chapter 4, Mystery and Wonder.